Being consistent is absolutely, I think, a key of getting an artist in a safe place where they feel like they're wrapped up in their favorite blanket and they're ready to rock, as opposed to, oh God, what's going to happen tonight when I get out there?
I'm the assistant monitor engineer. I mix 2 of the band members. I support Bob, Cowan. You know, he mixes James and Lars. I mix Robert and Kirk. So we have 38 wedges per system. We have 5 mixes across the downstage edge, plus bass fills, and then we have 3 mixes on the catwalk, and then we have spare wedges and cue wedges. Out of my desk comes bass and guitars, Kirk's guitar, and it subs into Bob's console and the outputs, and Bob's console sends the mix to the wedges. So I follow around Robert and Kirk with their instruments as they run across the stage. They hear it in the wedges. I mix their in-ears. I do the punch in their background vocals. We take a lot of weight off of each other because it's that stressful.
I used to mix ultimately all 4 members of the band, and he would kind of put their background vocals in their ears or follow Robert around the stage. And so now we opened up some new doors with Kirk, where Kirk could get this extra attention and he could have his mix following him around. And Adam was able to take care of Robert and Kirk and give them everything they could possibly want. The volume of Metallica, you might expect it to be like ridiculous, but it's actually not as loud as you think it is. It's all about the zones, where they are and what they're doing. Because when James is somewhere and when he walks away and Robert appears, wherever Robert was before, if James turns up there better not be bass in that mix. He's not expecting that. Mick has really high expectations, and we better be able to deliver those to him and to the band, who also has those same expectations. It keeps you sharp at all the time. You know, you're always, you don't get relaxed. If you do, that's a brave move.
It's very important to get the band's trust as a monitor engineer. I remember my very first show with them. It was Madison Square Garden. It was the first night. Man, I was nervous. I missed 1 cue for Kirk by punching his vocal. And he listens to Robert's vocal on that song, and he normally doesn't do that. It wasn't loud enough, so he looked back at me and goes, Adam, I need Robert's vocal, and I, give him the thumbs up. So the next time I got it, and I haven't missed it since then, but I think after that, when they play the song again, you get that cue, and the band's like, all right, he's on it.
When an artist trusts you, you just have to go out there and you have to continuously do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And then they get more trust in you, and then when something does go wrong and you fix it quickly and then you're right back in there, that helps as well. Like guitar techs are the same way. They just have to be in tune with their guitar player and the feel of the guitar and all the setups and all the things that those guys do. There's a lot of trust there. Band loves what Mick does, so it makes our job that much easier. We just kind of try to fill that in on stage. But I've learned in the 6 years that I've been here that if I pay attention while he's doing what he's doing, to kind of learn what he's doing to make it sound the way it does out front, how it changes up on stage for me, and how much low end we're getting on stage from him, when you pay attention to those things and you just enhance it, you can't really go wrong there. Sometimes James will be singing and then there'll be a pyro cue with a bang, and and for me, I'll just mute. I have a button that I hit that mutes everything that I want to mute at that moment. But they hear that bang too, so they don't want to hear that coming through the microphones into their in-ears, right? And when you're indoors, the concussions are a lot different than when you're outdoors, because when they're indoor, they're a lot more pronounced inside, because there's that boom, that ripple that happens. When you're outdoors, it dissipates a lot quicker. So, it'll open up the gates on the drums and all kinds of stuff, so you have to be ready for it.
If you want to become a monitor engineer and you're learning what to do, ask questions and just watch.
If I was looking at Metallica 15 years ago, I'd look at this, it would be this Mount Everest that I'd have to climb to get there, right? But now that you get to a place like that, you realize you just grow and you learn and you move forward, and it's a continuous learning experience and just being focused on what's best for your artist.